And we have breaking news. In the first felony sentencing from the January 6th attack on the Capitol, Allard Hodgkins of Florida just sentenced to 8 months in prison. Hodgkins was seen inside the Senate chamber with a Trump flag, a rope, and goggles. NBC News correspondent Pete Williams joins us now. Pete, this rioter did not assault anyone or destroy property. How do you judge his sentencing?
Well, the prosecution had asked for 18 months in prison. That was basically the sentencing guidelines here. His own lawyer said no prison time, maybe home detention. And Randolph Moss, the federal judge, sentenced him, as you said, to 8 months in prison plus 2 years of supervised release. The judge said, addressing Hodgkins in court, although you were only one member of a larger mob, you actively participated in a larger event that threatened the Capitol and democracy itself. The judge said the damage that was caused that way was beyond a several-hour delay of the vote count. It's a damage that will persist in this country for several decades. Now, Hodgkins himself did address the court today, Andrea. He said that he was truly remorseful and regretful because he feared the damage that the incident has caused could hurt the country. But he said, I realize my involvement still did contribute to the greater problem that took place. So he did want to take some responsibility. This is the first, as you say, felony charge. There have been 2 other guilty pleas. They were misdemeanors. So this was, the prosecution said, use this to lay down a marker that would say you can't attack the Capitol, you can't disrupt democracy, there are going to be consequences. But I think realistically, Andrea, while this sentence is probably on the lower range of what will be the ultimate list of sentences from all these hundreds of cases involving felonies, there are many more serious sentences to come for those people who did destroy property or who did engage, among the worst charges, engage in violence.
And in terms of his own regrets or apologies, take us inside the courthouse. What happened today?
Well, he did address the court. He had submitted a court document earlier, an affidavit, a statement, but he did read a statement, looking down at it most of the time, addressing the judge, says he was sorry for what he did, that he was swept up in the moment, but he asked also the judge not to sentence him to prison. He said, if you sentence me to any time in prison, I'm going to lose my job. I'm a mechanic. I'm in an apprenticeship. It'll set me back. So he was, in essence, begging the judge not to sentence him to any prison time, but the judge said some prison time is appropriate given the gravity of what was at stake on January 6th.